Ivan, it's a
Vanakkam.
blissful it's a blissful day to start your holiday with a very colorful event. I'm so excited for this event, and this event it will be hosted by myself and Kuminda Lianage, and we will be running through the inaugural general meeting of the Sri Lanka IT Professionals Association, very first time in UAE. Kuminda?
Thank you, Dimple. First, I would like to welcome all of you, and we expect some guests to join us. While we wait for them, I would like to welcome all our special guests, especially our guest representing the Sri Lankan Professional Association, led by Mr. Ajantha Premarathne, and all other guests. Um, when Shamil asked me to join this organization few weeks ago, he invited me to a WhatsApp group. So I called him and I said, Machang, if it is another WhatsApp group, I don't want to join. And uh, then he explained to me, it's not going to be just another WhatsApp group. It's going to be a professional organization for IT professionals, and it's going to be formally registered within UAE under UAE laws, and it will be operating under the umbrella of SLPA. I reluctantly joined this team, and however, that was a few weeks ago. Few weeks after that conversation, here we are at the inaugural general meeting of the Sri Lankan IT Professionals Association of the United Arab Emirates. The beauty of the IT profession is that we span across multitude of industries. We start from small retail shops to large multinationals, and ICT teachers in schools to researchers in universities. Our span is diverse and dynamic. It's a diverse and dynamic community. And it's not a simple task for us to get all of these people into a single umbrella. But we managed to bring in you all here. And I like to welcome all of you, my IT professional colleagues that joined this session. I welcome you to this event and to this organization so we can make a paradigm shift or a new paradigm in coordination, collaboration, and mutual support amongst IT professionals in the UAE. And I welcome you all.
Okay. It's as we all know that we are been living with virtual world today. You all being an IT professional, you all have been living through the across your day for the past 12 years. I think more than 12 years, Kumit, if I'm not mistaken. That we have been living with this IT virtual world. Just wanted a kind request for all of you all. Just get adhere to the little bit of online ethics. Please keep your mics muted. Unless you wanted to raise some point, please raise your hand, and which we will open the mics for you to express your thoughts, beliefs, and the changes what you want it to be. So, keeping that aside, Kuminda, let's begin with our special events.
Group of us got together and we formed a steering group. And these are on voluntary basis, whoever came in was joined into the steering group. And amongst us, we developed a constitution. And if you are a registered member of the SLITPA and you would have received the communication already with the final draft of our constitution through email and WhatsApp. I hope you had an opportunity to go through this document and to read through it. There were a number of feedback came through, and the steering group has considered all that information and included it into the final draft. If any one of you have any concerns about the constitution, it's time to raise them now. Please raise your hands. And if no such concerns, we will ratify the constitution. Okay, I see there's no objections or concern raised. So we declare the constitution of the SLITPA is ratified at the inaugural general meeting. Thank you very much. Dimple?
Yes. So we can move into our first event. And before that, Kuminda, there are a few things I just wants to highlight. There are a special guest has arrived. Do you like to invite, welcome them before I moved into the next agenda?
Okay. Dimple, go ahead.
Okay. I would like to start our next event, that is mainly appointing executive committee and the office bearers. So as you all knew, and as you all aware, there had been several activities happens, and we have published over the website, Facebook, LinkedIn, and gave everyone an option to nominate the committee members as well as the executive committee members. So based on the nominations we have arrived, we have identified, and there was no same position has not been called by multiple nominees. So we have settled down with the nominees shared by the members of the Sri Lanka IT Professional Association members. So based on that, we have come up with a certain list, and we are publishing the list. Now, before publishing the list, we would like, because this was communicated across all the virtual lines, that is WhatsApp, to all the members who are the nominated executive committee members. I'm saying nominated executive committee members. If there is no objections, we can go ahead and elect those executive committee members. Please, I would like to give time for the members. If there is any objections for the committee members, please raise your hand.
Okay, the president nomination is Chamil Mendis. The vice president nomination is Anjita Senara. Secretary nomination is Arjun Arumugam. Assistant Secretary nomination is Dimple Himashi. Treasurer nomination is Bhavan Patmanathan. And Assistant Treasurer nomination is Kuminda Liyanage.
Election of committee members.
Chaminda Samaravikrama, Faslan Ismail, Gayan Nanayakar, Janit Chintana, Ajantha Premarathne, Prabhat Vitarana, Sabir Ismail, Salman Rabit, Siraj Mohammed, and Puni Punithanathan.
Okay. As we have come to an end of selecting our committee members as well as executive committee members, let's move to the next event. We would like to, Kuminda, would you like to add any points over there?
I would like to first welcome our special guest that joined today, His Excellency, the Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates, Mr. Malraj De Silva. We welcome you, sir. and Mr. Ajantha Premarathne, Chairman of the Sri Lankan Professional Association.
Okay, thanks.
So the next item is for us to invite our newly elected president to make a speech. I would like to invite Chamil Mendis to make a speech for us, please.
Thank you, Kuminda. Could you please stop sharing your screen as I need to present my screen? All right. His Excellency, the Ambassador of Sri Lanka to the United Arab Emirates, Mr. Malraj De Silva, the Honorable Consul General to Sri Lanka and Dubai and the Northern Emirates, Mr. Nalinda Wijerathna, the Chairman of Sri Lanka Professional Association, Mr. Ajantha Premarathne, ladies and gentlemen. I am deeply honored to address as the founding president of the newly formed Sri Lankan IT Professional Association in UAE. As you may all know, during last couple of months, we were keep busy in preparation of the groundwork in order to form the Sri Lankan IT Professional Association in United Arab Emirates, which can have the legal identity in order to perform the association legally in UAE. I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you who came to the IGM today to witness this landmark event in the history of UAE. Today, we just plant a very small seed. This small seed cannot grow without providing the water and the protection it required, as well as the fertilizer and everything. So, you know, it's very difficult for us to grow, especially in the UAE, it's very difficult for us to grow a small seed. And I believe this small seed we just planted today will grow into a huge tree, and one day, and it will give us a shelter for all IT professionals in the UAE. And I believe it is our duty to make sure this small seed will grow into a bigger tree and give us the protection. I know, but it's not very easy task to grow this one without having those water, fertilizer, and everything. So therefore, I would say like the protection is the legal identity which we are going to get for our association by joining the Sri Lankan Professional Association, which is the only registered Sri Lankan association for the professionals in United Arab Emirates. By registering with the Sri Lankan Professional Association, we will be getting the legal identity where we can perform all our events without having any legal issue. You know, like it's very difficult for us to have an event here unless you are registered with the government body in the UAE. So we might run into the different legal issues unless we are identified as a legal identity. So therefore, we need to provide the water and also the fertilizer to make sure this small seed will grow into a bigger plant. So what is the water and what is the fertilizer for this one, where we can find? It's all of you. Today we just appoint a 16-member committee member of committee. So we have only 16 members in the committee, executive committee. With these 16 members, we cannot run this association. So we all need all of your support. That's where I will request everyone. You all can be the water, you all can be the shelter, you all can be the fertilizer to this tiny seed to ultimately grow into the bigger giant tree, which can give us shelter for all IT professionals in the UAE. So therefore, I will request everyone to support us by giving all your contribution. Next, I would like to explain this one. The main objective is mainly depend on three big pillars. The one pillar is business promotion. The second one is welfare opportunities. And the third one is support our own motherland. What our members will be getting by joining our association. You all know we started this WhatsApp group almost 2.5 months ago, and we start adding members, enrolling members through an online Google form where we collect all your details, including personal and professional details. And we guarantee that those details we will not share with any other third party. It will be used only for the benefit of our association. So now by collecting those information, we know like how many software professionals, how many network professionals, how many managers, how many IT directors we have in our association and different categories. And so when there's a requirement, we have our database ready now. So we gradually built our online database and we verified all these members, and only we added to these verified members to the WhatsApp group. Because we want to keep a good control of the WhatsApp group, which is the mainly used social platform at the moment. So far now, even though you are part of the WhatsApp group, you are not considered as a member unless we form an official association. Now we have already declared as our association officially by electing the executive committee and office bearers. From this moment onwards, you will be recognized as official members. After this meeting, you will be getting an official letter saying that you are recognized as official members. After that, what our members will get, let me give a brief example of what our members will be getting, some of the benefits. According to our first pillar of the objective, we try to support Sri Lanka IT business in UAE. So we are trying to attract the business in Sri Lanka, where they want to come here and establish their business ventures in UAE, as well as we will try to provide offshore opportunities. You know, like the current market in the UAE is mainly dominated by the Indian IT professionals. So my question is, why not us? If we are get together as a family, one big family, we will be able to do that one. So we had to get the opportunities where there's a potential opportunity for outsourcing some IT project, and you can come up and come forward and say, there's a big opportunity. So let's take this project back to Sri Lanka. And also we will try to assist our own fellows who are in UAE if they want to be an entrepreneur or if they want to start IT business in UAE. Why not the welfare? Important, very important to us also, because the welfare is the one which we will keep all our vendors bond together. You know, like during this pandemic, we don't have opportunity to get to go outside and meet, but still we will use this online platform to meet all our members and conduct welfare events such as network opportunities. And we hope by end of this month, this pandemic will be over and we will be getting opportunity to conduct virtual meetings, physical meetings. Also support our motherlands. Why not we will try to support our motherland? So there are two ways like where we can support by enrolling our Sri Lankan professionals. We can give opportunity. If it's a new job opportunity, we will inform to our Sri Lankan colleagues if you know, otherwise through some other way. And we'll try to increase our IT footprints. This is what we need to do going forward. If we have a bigger footprint in IT professionals in UAE, we can do a lot of things. So that is the whole objective of establishing this IT professional association. Going back to the key performance indicators, we also set our KPIs, couple of KPIs. So we just discussed with our steering committee and we established a couple of KPIs. And after we form in the subcommittees, starting from tomorrow onwards, we will be having the better visibility of all these the major activities. So we thought like at least we should try to give the opportunity to come and establish with their business companies in UAE. Also, we'll try to onboard the new fresh comers from Sri Lanka, 10 job opportunities, so where they can come and work in UAE. And in 2021, we will try to conduct at least 3 CPDs. How we can do these ones? We think we need your support. So we drafted the annual plan starting from month of May. The first CPD we are planning to do in May, and June there will be another CPD, the online CPD. And July and August month, since it's going to be dry months, we are not planning any events. Moving to the September 2021, we are planning to have a online workshop where we can celebrate the International IT Professionals Day. In October, again, a CPD is planned. And November, we are planning to conduct the Scrum Master training. It will be online paid training. And also end of the year, it's Christmas and annual get together. So if the situation becomes to normal, we can have a physical gathering. If not, we will continue as usual the online meeting. And AGM is planned in 2022 January. According to our constitution, we have to host our annual general meeting in the first quarter of each year. So we are planning to have it on January. And also another CPD we will be planning on February, and hopefully if the situation back to normal, we will try to get together and celebrate our Sinhala and New Year in a place where we all can meet. So these are some of the highlights of our annual plan, which we have come across with our executive committee and the steering committee. And we will be reforming this annual plan once we have form all our subcommittee members. And it is up to them to decide what type of activities they are going to plan. So we have 5 subcommittees, starting with the membership subcommittee. The objective of the membership subcommittee is to maintain the accurate database of all the members and provide them the opportunity and where they can come and help us. Also, collecting of membership fees will be a part of their responsibility. You know, like as any organization, we also have a budget. Our budget is yet to be planned. Our newly appointed treasurer will be looking into that according to our events. There will be some payments for the Sri Lankan Professional Association in order to join with them. So we need to bear their cost as well. Also, there will be some payments from our side for the conducting events and all. So in due courses, membership committee will be getting in touch with our members regarding these payments. And the next subcommittee would be Events and Social Affairs Subcommittee, which will be responsible for conducting social gatherings, network events, and members to keep our members entertained during the association events. So they will be responsible of planning all the social events and gatherings. And media committee and subcommittee, media and communication subcommittee, which will be mainly responsible of all the social media channels, maintaining social media channels, and drafting all the official communication, flyers, banners, posters, etc. So if you are good at designing and designing skills, and if you are good at writing those skills, and if you are good at basically media, you can come forward and join with us in the media subcommittee. And the next one is CPD subcommittee, training and career development. We as an association, we believe we need to sharpen our skill set of all the IT community. So we can do by this one, conducting this training in order to uplift their skills, as well as the training opportunities, especially the certification training. You know, it's very difficult to survive in this UAE market unless your skills are up to date. So we will try to find out the gaps between our members, and we'll try to find opportunities and conduct the CPD programs, training programs, in order to uplift our members' skill. The final is the business development established and business guidance subcommittee, where they will be taking the responsibility of looking in the opportunities of taking the Sri Lankan companies into the UAE and establishing their ventures in UAE, as well as the finding opportunities where we can outsource into Sri Lanka. So to do this one, we need all our members to come forward and join these 5 subcommittees. After my presentation, I will be sharing a link in the online form for the subcommittee enrollment. We will be calling members for the subcommittee. There is no limit for each subcommittee as per our constitution. You can even participate in multiple subcommittees, and these are the heart of the association, where the association will be drive towards the our objective and as well as our agenda. So we need all of your support. We cannot do 16 of us in the executive committee. We cannot do alone. We are glad to inform that as of now, we have 180 members in our group. I think it's almost 60 plus people has joined today's meeting. So thank you again, everyone, for joining this landmark event. And I'm looking forward to seeing all your support and continue your encouragement and all the comments. Please feel free to come back with all your comments, and also give us any opportunity. If there's any opportunity in your company for another person, or also we would really appreciate. With this, I will end my presentation. Thank you, everyone. Kuminda, it's over to you now.
Okay, thanks, Jamil. Now, I hope now I'm audible better now because.
Yes, Kuminda, yes.
Okay, I think, yeah. So with that initial technical hiccup, I think things got a little delayed. I'm so sorry about it. When we planned everything, maybe too much, my mobile phone has to give up the last moment. So sorry about that technical hiccup and all the following mix-up. And thank you, Jamil, for that presentation. First, I would like to welcome Consul General for the Dubai and Northern Emirates, Honorable Nalinda Wijerathna. Sir, we'll welcome you to this event. Next agenda item is let me give you and tell you something that I experienced in the UAE. I came to UAE in 1999, and since then, I came here for like 6-month project. That plan didn't go well because I'm here after 20 years. And after this 20 years, I would have seen many diplomats going through the Dubai and Abu Dhabi offices. Not many of them were able to make an impression in my mind. I'm pretty sure many of my colleagues' mind. But many of us would agree that His Excellency Mr. Malraj has made a real impression amongst us, especially how he handled the most difficult and tough period of COVID-19 in the last 1 year. Your Excellency, Ambassador to United Arab Emirates, Sri Lankan Ambassador to United Arab Emirates, Your Excellency Mr. Malraj, I would like to invite you to speak a few words for us. Thank you very much.
First of all, I want everyone. Actually, I'm very delighted and honored to say a few words in an esteemed organization like you, because coming years, coming centuries, I think any profession has to go through IT. That's what I see. Because if you take engineering, medicine, agriculture, whatever you say, it all actually ends up with finally need IT professionals to connect the nerves, so that it will function in a proper way. So you are very important, not only now, but also in the future. So thank you very much for joining another group of professionals presided by Mr. Ajantha Premarathne, the Sri Lanka Professional Association, coming under the umbrella and then trying to do the best of you, not only in United Arab Emirates, but also in our motherland, Sri Lanka. Having said that, actually, I welcome and I best wishes from my side, from my bottom of my heart, to Mr. Chamil Mendis and his committee and the entire members of your organization. And he actually, like just a normal IT personnel does, very well mentioned what's your organization is and how you are planning. That's very important. So he planted a seed and he wanted to grow it to a huge tree. And he said there are few components like water, like fertilizer and protection. And also he described that how each and every of those components are handled by you all, that is water and fertilizer by you, as well as the Sri Lanka Professional Association will provide the protection. Very, very, very impressive, I think, submission he did. Having said that, actually, you all are, I'm not an IT professional, so therefore, please don't expect anything to be said about IT matters. But I am with you for anything and everything. You need any assistance from Sri Lanka on any matter that you all are, say for example, the smart ID card. I think the bids are going to come out. If you want to bid, so please, let me know. We can assist you in any way, on those. Plus, there are so many other IT bids are coming out from Sri Lanka. In fact, some IT professionals help me here. Actually, it's a voluntary basis. They are preparing automation of my consular section. I mean, this is for me as well as Mr. Nalinda. It's almost done. We are going to inaugurate by early next month. So likewise, you all have contributed not only to UAE in whole to the country, our motherland. So thank you very much, first of all, from IT professionals, what you have done. One thing I want to say is I always feel that our time is up. Not only I'm not talking about yours because you are young professionals. In my opinion, I take personally. So I try to inspire people. That's very important. Actually, which was lacking in Sri Lanka, because what people do is that they get into certain profession and they enjoy that profession, the money and wisdom, and all the other benefits. But we have to inspire. Inspire whom? Inspire the young, because tomorrow's world is theirs, not ours. So what I would suggest, even here, there are so many youth. I have met so many young adults, girls and boys. I think you all can create during that. I think Mr. Chamil told that there's a section that media, and they can actually create a club, IT club, for example, so that will be great. So that way they get inspired, and there may be, it's sometimes I mean, I am aware that people who are not gone to couldn't get through advanced level, but they have gone to this profession and they became real professionals. So those are the avenues we have to see. We cannot be cookie cutter system. We have to look into what are the other ways we can, function and provide this satisfaction to our, and also wisdom to our children, our young youth. So that's the only thing I request. I know that you will do a marvelous job. Also inspire Sri Lankan IT companies to come over and try to do business and get connected and network. Networking is very important. I think you all are, when you started this organization, the networking will be done, but we need to be open-minded and give, and share all your knowledge and ways how you do business in UAE to our Sri Lankan counterparts in IT professionals. So very soon, actually, we are planning to set up a virtual meeting with you, as well as some IT professionals through EDB. So that way you all can, take over that section, and that may be another WhatsApp group or whatever. You can do it separately, not your group, but separate group with Sri Lankan counterparts. So I'm so again happy that you all inaugurated this important milestone in our society, as well as for our country. So I wish you all a very best future and success, and thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, His Excellency Malraj De Silva, and thank you so much for your kind words. And it's such an inspiring words for the younger generation as well as for the entire IT professionals. You actually outlined the value of IT professionals. Sometimes, like you add a lot of proud to every one of us. Thank you so much, sir. And we as a team looking forward to work with you and make a difference for our country as well as for our associate members. Leaving that aside, as we all know, today is one of the key turning point in one of our Dahampasal activities. Today, they're celebrating their 20th anniversary. Just imagine, after 20 years back, you try to reflect what would be the change that you will feel when you hear this particular person's name. He is the key driver who was behind this association. I would like to invite Honorable Consul General of Dubai and Northern Emirates, Mr. Nalinda Wijerathna, to give us some inspiring words and make this association to the next level, sir. And before that, I would like to thank you for your support and the perseverance to bring up this association to this level. Thank you, sir.
Hi, everyone. Excellency, the Ambassador and newly elected the President of Sri Lanka IT Professional Association and the board members, Executive Committee, President of Sri Lanka Professional Association, and good morning to all of you. I'm so glad to be here today. I have to be very honest because this has been a long felt need. The formation of IT Professional Association in the United Arab Emirates, as I believe we would have done a long time back. But today it has come to a reality. Now it has become a reality. So first of all, I would like to thank all the people who work together to come to this stage for the formation of Sri Lanka IT Professional Association. Because we had these other professionals got together and formed associations long time back. Be it engineering professionals, quantity surveyors, chartered accountants, team of professionals. Likewise, they had these associations formed long time back and under the umbrella of Sri Lanka Professional Association. So I would like to mention the name of Mr. Ajantha Premarathne, President of Sri Lanka Professional Association, and I wish to congratulate him also for all the action that he has taken to expand the Sri Lanka Professional Association. Coming back to IT sector, IT professionals, as I said, this is one of the most prominent sectors in Sri Lanka. So our professionals, leading professionals, basically at the moment, the current situation. So our professionals, IT professionals are very skillful. So they are not doing very well inside the country, but outside the country. Especially in the UAE, I'm glad to see this number of professionals that we have joined together in this association. I think I remember Mr. Shamil Mendis, the president, newly elected president, mentioned around 180 IT professionals at the moment got together under this umbrella, IT Professionals Association. So, as I believe always, and I used to say this, together we can do a lot. So, for the betterment of your individual association members, the teams, and the IT profession as a whole. And finally, for the betterment of our motherland, together we can do a lot. I would like to give my assurance here, as the Excellency Ambassador mentioned, our fullest cooperation from the embassy side and from on behalf of the consulate here, the Consulate General here in Dubai, Northern Emirates. I'm always ready to work with you and for the betterment of everyone. This is a teamwork, as I believe, so we can do a lot. Because this is not a new thing for us. I think Mr. Premarathne, being the president of the Sri Lanka Professional Association, is well aware how we work. And before formation of this IT Professional Association, and we worked individually. I used to contact most of the cases. I used to contact Mr. Kamil Mendis and others also sometimes known to me for some advice, some help. Maybe sometimes when we get some inquiry or something from Colombo, Sri Lanka, IT related, I used to contact individual persons. But now we have this association formally in place. This is a very special moment, as I believe, and under the association of umbrella association of Sri Lanka Association. So I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all of you for making this a success. And I'm so glad to see the action plan that outlined by the newly elected president, Shamil Mendis. I clearly saw how methodological, how systematic he has planned everything. So focusing many pillars of the action plan. Focus sometimes welfare of the members and the professional development. And he also focused assisting our fellow Sri Lankans back in our motherland. Our IT sector is a booming industry in Sri Lanka, as we all know, because you know better how clever and how competitive, how skillful you all are. So that's the most special thing I saw in his history. He has categorized clearly what are the aims and what are the targets, and with the KPIs also. So I see this is, this is very beginning. This is the first annual general meeting of Sri Lanka IT Professional Association. So I'm so happy to hear and see that kind of organized way of doing things. With all this, Mr. Dimple, I think you mentioned about, the Hampasala, so I'm getting some calls also, so I have to attend that event, and I need to, I think Ambassador is also need to go there and attending the meeting. So maybe I have to leave, allowing you to continue your work. So I take this opportunity again to keep in contact, We are here to help you. We are here to work with you from the government side, from the embassy side, from the consulate side. We will extend all the possible support that we can extend to you all. So I congratulate you all again and wish you all the best and success in your future endeavors. With that, thank you very much. Again, I think I have to remain. Thank you very much. Bye, all.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nalinda Wijerathna. It's very inspiring and encouraging thoughts. And as you said, this organization probably has been long time overdue. Just to relate to that, sometime in year 2000, that's about 21 years ago, one of the prominent IT professionals that was in the UAE, his name was Mr. Nalinda Wijerathna. He asked me if I could help them to build a website for the Sri Lankan Business Association. I was like a young developer at that time, so I said, okay, we'll do that. We developed a website, and we even had a launch party for that website. The best part is, when we were going for this, when I was going through this, something I realized is, in the Sri Lankan Business Council, there were not many business owners. What we had is a group of professionals. As funny as it is, it shows that from those days, the professionals who are working in United Arab Emirates wanted to get together. They wanted to make a community and work together. I have seen in the last 20 years various attempts to make this happen. Until the Sri Lankan Professional Association was formed on its current form, I don't think we had any legal framework or permanent way of making that happen. And SLPA has created a legal framework, not only for us IT professionals, but also many other professionals to organize as their communities of practices and come together. And one of the key persons behind that enablement is Mr. Ajantha Premarathne. I would like to ask Mr. Ajantha Premarathne to speak few words and advise us how we can operate in the UAE and succeed in meeting our objectives. Mr. Ajantha Premarathne.
Thank you, Kaminda. Thank you very much. His Excellency, the Ambassador for UAE, Mr. Malraj De Silva, and Honorable Consul General Mr. Nalinda Wijerathna, and the President-elected Mr. Chamil Mendis, and the other office bearers, and the attendees, all of them are my friends. Good morning, Aiboan, Wanakkam, Assalamu alaikum. This is a historical day, a very historical day of the Sri Lankan professionals, not only IT, I take as a big picture, it's a big step for the all Sri Lankan professionals. And it was realized in a very short time, very short time. If I go back to quick history, my first discussion with Chamil happened on, I went through my WhatsApp shortly, had been done in 26th of December 2020. That's so my first chat had with the Chamil, and it was further developed, and we had the back and forth discussion, and it was really kick-started on 5th of February 2021 this year. That's been within a 3 months, hardly 3 months, very short span. We are here today. That's not because of the our passion, but because of the real dedicated and commitment by you people. It's very great bunch of people today here. We, as Chamil mentioned, we have 180, but now you got at least 60 of them. They are the real core of the your future organization, which has been just stepping at the new seat. I should realize I should give the credit to two gentlemen, two people behind who really push for this process, setting up the IT profession. and the organization. Not only for this and most of the Sri Lankan events, Sri Lankan issues, and with this very unfortunate prevailing pandemic situation, these two gentlemen are the real backbone behind with us. In particular, to string up of the IT, they were the real people pushing all of us, especially they pushing me a lot. You may be not knowing that. That's therefore that credit should go to the, as we mentioned, Mr. Malraj De Silva, HE the president, and especially to Mr. Nalinda Silva. He was calling me every 1 month, at least a month. He used to call me and ask Ajantha what is happening to the IT guys. Are they joining with us and all? Thanks for their pushing and their encouragement and the support and the morale given to us as a team. And Tamil and Chani, Kuminder, all the people I know here, their dedication and pushing and take the button and take it up. I also give the regards to one of the gentlemen, that's Mr. Rizvi, who's working with Mr. Malraj in his office. He was one of the person pushing this one since we had the very first meeting with the EDB. That was the real kickstart date. When you had the meeting with the representative from the ED Export Development Board from Sri Lanka. That day onward, Mr. Rizvi is behind me and sending messages. Ajantha, what's happening? IT guys, are they working and all? So I had to work with Chamil. I had to push Chamil. I had to put Janita and Kumit and all team to come to this point. That's the really achievement. And it is not easy task to gather even 10 people these days, unfortunately, of this prevailing academic situation. But you guys did in the very classy manner. In your first meeting, I was there. We had around 30, 40 people. That's a good achievement. And then you have been able to get the 180 Sri Lankan IT professional. I think there may be 300, not even 180. Then if we from today onward, you'll get and more members. It will go over, and you will reach 300 plus very soon. So your path is quite clear. It's a very timely task which we need to the uh, this future with the prevailing pandemic situation and the new normal. We all talking about new normal. The post-COVID scenario will be based on the IT. We are meeting today virtually, and we will be meeting going forward virtually. We will be doing a lot of thin IT-based platform, IT-based environment. So you came at the right time, and this is the right time to group together, organize together, expand the profession, and expand to the service to our Sri Lankan professional IT professionals all over the world, not only UAE. We can expand this one to the other regional countries. That's what SLPA going to do it. So you could go beyond the boundaries of the UAE, get it to the other countries, promote them to uh, set up the IT professional Sri Lankan IT professional association that countries as well that we are doing with the SLPA. So new normal is a blessing to IT professional IT sector. So take that one. As Chamil said, yes, it is a planting of the seed today. Yes, it's a seed really. There's good wisdom he's expressed out of uh, his exposure to this kind of work for the last couple of decades. Yes, while the you IT association providing the uh, water and fertilizer to that seed, SLPA will provide oxygen. That is our motto. We'll provide oxygen to sustain with us, sustain together uh, this prestigious organization. SLPA backing you all the way, and we will back in for in the future as well. And we are getting more and more new organization to the SLPA. As Mr. Nalinda explained, we are working, we are promoting, we are lobbying the other professional to join with us. We got the very latest incoming professionals from our hospitality professionals. They are in the process. They submitted the papers. Papers are moving. By next month, they'll be with us. At the same time, insurance professionals are working with us and to get into the SLPA member association, and Sri Lankan bankers are working for the same purpose. So by the end of next AGM, we would have at least 8-10 plus Sri Lankan professional association under one umbrella. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SLPA, and we'll work together. We'll provide the oxygen, you provide the water and the fertilizer, and protect the tree and make that tree become a forest, not only simple tree in the UAE. They make that tree expand beyond the UAE boundaries, take it to the other areas, make a big forest of IT, Sri Lankan IT professional. Thank you very much. Aibo.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ajantha Premarathne. It was so nice set of thoughts, words you have shared. Yes, the oxygen is what we really need. And we are looking forward from the SLPA to provide us oxygen and grow and make this a forest, and which cannot be broken by anyone or any fire or anything. Thank you so much, Mr. Premarathne. And this association is looking for your advice, your guidance, and your support as to grow, move forward. Okay, as you all know, the good things come to an end. But don't forget, this is the beginning of a new era, new world, and new setup. We all are one family and one set of members together to make a change. I would like to invite all of y'all. This is going to be opening and reflecting today and what happened since last December. As Mr. Ajantha Premarathne said, it started in December. He nicely connected. Actually, sometimes I was doubting, do we really need AI when we have such a knowledgeable people around? But still, these things are required. I would like to hear from all of y'all. If y'all have any questions, any ideas to share to grow this association further, please raise your hand and share your thoughts, ideas, and as well as if you have any comments or any thoughts, you can share it in the chat as well. And I humbly request you all to switch on your cameras and share your thoughts. And the committee members, newly appointed committee members, will take up all the questions, ideas, and exchange the thoughts with you all. Over to you all. It's your time now. Janit, you wanted to? It's quiet. Is it because it's a Friday? You wanted to be quiet? Never mind. Pick your coffee and let's share your thoughts. This is time for you.
Also,
yes,
guys,
yes,
as Chamil mentioned, we are still looking forward for the subcommittee, more people to come forward and volunteer themselves to be part of those subcommittees. The main functions of those subcommittees were mentioned by Chamil. So somebody who wants to volunteer in particular areas and suggestions for subcommittees, please go ahead and raise it here as well, and then we will get in touch with you to get more ideas from each one of you. So if no questions, just any ideas also, you can feel free to input it.
Yeah, you can even use the group chat box. If you don't want to speak, you can mention on the group chat box when we will take the question and we will answer.
Okay, so just let me start, Chamil. I'll ask on behalf of many of the members. When are we going to have the dinner dance for this group? And what are the plans for it?
Yeah.
As long
When
as
the
the current
pandemic is over.
pandemic is over, we will have an open session.
All right, so I think there is a question on the chat. Some of us don't know everyone here. Can the executive members introduce themselves?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Chamil Mendis. I am working for Dubai Chamber of Commerce as a senior software applications architect, and I've been here UAE in last 20 plus years, having 25 plus years of experience in the field of information technology, and mainly working with a lot of Sri Lankan professional association in the UAE. Arjun.
Hi guys, I'm Arjuna Rajan Arumugam. People call me Arjuna. So I have been here in Emirates, United Arab Emirates for last 20 plus years. All 20 years I have been working for Emirates Airlines. I work as a release train delivery lead. That is the latest title for a senior project manager. Yeah.
Anjita, maybe you can.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I am Ajantha Premarathne. I'm working in the Integrated Transport Center in Abu Dhabi as a GIS analyst, senior GIS analyst. I've been working here almost 10 years now, so experience in mostly in GIS and IT related background.
Dimple?
Thanks. I have been almost 5+ years in UAE. I'm working as a solution architect and the pre-sales head for Middle East as well as Africa region for a software company, which is Intellect Design Arena. And I have been a banker earlier, as well as being in the IT industry for the past 20 plus years. Thank you.
Hi guys, it's me. I'm Bhavanathan Padmanathan. In short, it's Bhavan. I'm here in UAE for more than 25 plus years and work various organizations. And finally, I'm working with Emirates now, more than 18 years. And look forward in this and wish you all the best for all of you all. Thank you.
Yeah, so the last person probably is me, Kuminda. I've been in Dubai for 21 years now, and been in the industry for maybe 25 years. Worked in many organizations in healthcare, airlines, and some financial areas, different areas. Right now, I'm in Emirates working as a solution delivery manager. Yeah, that's my IT background. Yes.
If there are no more questions, we can save some time because we have a lot of our members fasting and they would like to take their rest. So is it okay if there are no other questions? We go forward for the next agenda item. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, good morning. Have a great rest of the day. I just thank everyone for selecting me as a secretary at the opportunity given. And today I'm just going to end this meeting with a vote of thanks for all the people present here. First, His Excellency Ambassador Mr. Malraj De Silva. He gave some inspiring things and assurance that we will look after you guys. Don't worry, because any associations in UAE, first the fear of legal concerns and how to operate. You don't know where the Dubai authorities will come and find fault with you. So that scariness was there, and the assurances given by Ambassador Mr. Malraj De Silva gives a sense of protection for all of us to take this forward and become office bearers and represent this association. Thank you, sir, for your inspirational words and everything. Next one, I would like to thank Honorable Consul General for Dubai and Northern Emirates, Mr. Nalinda Wijerathna. I was thinking, because I was always thinking why we are not a big group and only small set of 15, 20, maximum 50 people who works in a company as friends, and we never had this group, and always thinking. So on 4th of February this year, Chamil just mentioned we want to start an organization and all. My thing is, I just wanted to give my full support to Chamil. Whatever possible support, I wanted to extend it, because I have been thinking like we should create more opportunities for Sri Lankans to come to Dubai and make, and we have to compete with Indians. In terms of talent, we are 100 times better than Indian professionals. Every IT professionals who comes from Sri Lanka to Dubai, they are excellent in every possible way. We are much better, guys, because there they have numbers, but we don't have that many numbers, but we have talent. So I always thought, and on 4th of February, when Chamil sent me this WhatsApp message, I was wondering, oh, we have been waiting for this. And then I was asking this question again and again to Chamil. How did you finally come up and wanted to do it? Chamil said, actually, our Consulate General was asking this for a long time and pushing it hard and all. Thank you, Honorable Consulate General Mr. Nalinda Wijerathna. We were happy to know that you were the force behind this and pushing even Chamil. While Chamil was pushing all of us, we know that you were the power behind him. So thank you. And the next one I would like to thank is SLPA Chairman Mr. Ajantha Premarathne. He just didn't give pressure. He was guiding us from day one. So when we started this at the start of February, he said, guys, this is how you have to form an organization. This is how you have to write the constitution. He even provided sample constitutions, and he reviewed our constitutions again and again and again and provided a lot of inputs. So it was not just telling and pushing people. He was contributing every step of the way to form this association. Mr. Ajantha Premarathne, we really appreciate you for all your contributions, and we continue to get your guidance moving forward. The next one is Honorable Secretary Rizvi Ismail. Thank you, sir, for coming and giving again assurance from the ambassador side, embassy side, and then giving some inputs how we need to operate and all. We will be in touch with you for further guidance and how we can help, how you can help this organization, how we can help Sri Lanka and Sri Lankan IT professionals in UAE. So thank you very much once again for you. And the hosting today was done by Dimple and Kominda. There were some practice sessions and all done, but it's always on the day of presentation. We all know IT people. Most of us know, like on the day of presentations of a large IT projects, everything goes south. We have experience again and again and again, and we are okay with that. And it's you get up and then move on. So that has happened properly. So it's not about falling down if you don't get up. So the meeting went on very well, and we got up and recovered. And so this is normal for IT people. So thank you, Dimple and Kominda, for hosting the event. I would like to name few people who have been meeting on a weekly basis every Saturday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. I may miss some names. I was taking names. I was doing those minutes of meetings and actions and stuff. So naturally, they have made me the secretary for this organization to continue that work. So I have taken those names, and I would like to mention those names. First, Chamil Mendes, who was calling everybody individual messages, follow-ups, and without him, we wouldn't have reached to this stage today within a short period of 2 months. Janit Chindana. He is a very young, energetic, young professional who do all the background work. Thank you for spotlighting Janet, who do all the professionals work, go into UI designs, go into reviews, and he's the energy running this, and he is volunteering everything. And he said, guys, I want to volunteer more, so I don't want to be in your president, vice president's area. I just want to be a member. So he wants to contribute more. That is how his passion is, to help the people, and how can he contribute more on this association, and that's how he has done it. These are my observations. Then Chaminda Samaravikrama, who comes help us, who like senior people, when they come and join on a weekly basis to encourage, it gives encouragement to everybody, and they take different sections of the constitution and they go back, work with that, and then come back and, guys, this is what I have come up with, go review it. And a lot of work done. Kuminda, again, once again, not just hosting, I thank him for hosting, but most of the constitution contents were made, reviewed on behalf of everybody. So he has contributed things. Bhavanathan, again, he said, guys, I will take the treasury part of it, how to drop the constitution section of that, and without fail, he's one of those people who joined the weekly meeting. Anjita Senarath, Dimple Himashi, who all come, trial it out. Sabir Smile, again, these people, all of names I'm mentioning, they have contributed to the constitution, they have contributed to the ideas, weekly meetings, everything. So these are some of the regular people who come. Sabir Smile, Siraj Muhammad, who comes. Faslan, when we added him, he came and he's already started contributing. He is also a committee member now. Gayan Nanayakara, Ajantha Premarathne, Prabhat C. Vitharana, Wagisa Fernando. Some of you, we guys met face to face as well. Subun Chamanta, Mahishanta Pahan, Muhammad Muhajir, Salman Rabit. So thank you all. I'm 100% sure I may have missed some names, not intentionally, but thank you everyone for this, and all the people who have taken time during this fasting today and come and join. This is encouragement to all of us who decided on a Friday morning to wake up, put a nice costume and sit, and then that itself is a big encouragement. So thank you everyone for doing that encouragement. Of course, we will get those benefits back to all of us. Yeah. Then what I want is United Arab Emirates. We all mentioned we are here for 20 years, 7 years, 8 years. All of us come to this place on a temporary, thinking like 3 months project, 4 months project, and it becomes our second home. The kids are born here, brought up here, we get married here, and then kids are following in the school. So assume that we are going to be here. Let's make it a second home, and then increase our power of our communities. We have a very diversity, and this unity in diversity is going to encourage us to reach to the all corners of United Arab Emirates and establish our IT footprint. And as Chamil mentioned today, this is a seed planted. So this is the present. In future, I know we will see more and more benefits. There are so many professional developments plans planned in the roadmap. So there will be training courses, there will be free courses, CV writing courses. We will share more opportunities. I'd like to thank once again Chaminda, some CVs with your reference came. I got some 4 or 5 CVs. Some of them will be called for interview. They have shortlisted few of those CVs and they gave me the names. The Archana we have shortlisted. So this is some opportunities came in my company. I put it on the WhatsApp group and then put an email address. I received some CVs, and day before yesterday I said some CVs were less than 1 year experience, and some of them got rejected. Some of them got shortlisted. So they will get the interview calls as early as next week. These are people from Sri Lanka who applied for the jobs. Mainly, I was looking for Java and .NET developers. And guys, if there are anything, I'm just telling this audience because our purpose is to help each other. So I'm taking this opportunity to announce as well. Once again, we will post it in our WhatsApp group. So I hope we will have a best future, and we will be all glad that we were part of the first ever inaugural general meeting. Inaugural meeting, that is always first ever. And we are lucky that we were on the forming day of this great organization that is going to be in the future. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for all the fasting members for taking time and patiently waiting. And we have exceeded 10 minutes in our planned agenda. Those who have prayers, Ramadan Mubarak, and thank you once and all for your participations and things. Things doesn't stop here. We can continue in our WhatsApp group. Thank you, everyone. And
Thank you
give us
very much.
applause to everyone. Please unmute your mic and give one last big applause to everyone, please.
Thank you very much, Arjuna. That's a very inspirational thought. And one last request from all of you. We want to take a group photo. I don't know how we're going to do this. Request is everyone to switch on your cameras. I know it's Friday mornings, may not be the best photogenic time to be, but it's okay. If you all can switch on the cameras, Janet, whenever you finished, you can say that it is done. And if you want any specific person to switch on the camera, just tell him.
Shiranta will do it. Shiranta, can you unmute and give us?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
We are having 3 pages.
Yeah.
All can smile.
So while we were posing for photographs, Chamil, don't stop the Zoom meetings. The people officially, the meeting can be over because vote of thanks was our last agenda and maybe photo shoot is added now. But whoever wants to stay back and have another half an hour of conversation, if Chamil okay with you, we can discuss now more freely and just continue. Whoever wants to raise, give ideas, we don't have to stop at this time. Officially, the inaugural general meeting is over, but feel free to stay back and we can freely discuss more things.
Yes,
so
actually, we
yeah,
had to sing the national anthem, and after that we can talk if there's anything.
Yeah, we can continue. Okay. Okay.
Shall we play the national anthem now? Everyone can.
Shirata, are you done?
That's done.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, all rise to the national anthem of Sri Lanka.
We have to stand up.
Morning.